Yes, I was just able to make the whole pop-out chat be half my. This is fantastic. Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne with Back to Earth Creations, but today we are crafting along with Yvonne. Um, Here in the craft room, we are making a fresh, from scratch leather mask, which I have not made a leather project from scratch in a while, just because my brain is sick. But I'm all, oh, sure, I'll say I'm all better now. Sure. What? Hey, babe. So, welcome to the craft room where crafting, I would lie and say it's cheaper than therapy, but that's a lie. This stuff can get expensive, but it's, to me, more fun than therapy, and you don't have to wear pants. So, hey, Sarah, how are you doing today? We are gonna try to get this to load. Boom, there we are. So I should have all the comments and everything. Everything. La 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 la. Hey Cindy, how are you doing? We're gonna start with just using my 88-cent Walmart scissors. Sorry, I won't do that. To cut out our mask. And so I'm just doing this on regular old printer paper. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. And I am doing this on a super dummy thick piece of leather, which is probably a poor decision on my part because my elbow hurts. But hey, Michelle. Hey, Barbie. The craft squad, the craft council is convening. Oh my god, this is so much work. It's been so long since I've cut out one of these leather relief masks. I remember now why I save my templates, because I kind of hate having to cut all the little details. But you know, I'm going to let myself practice being patient. What? Oh, you can't just laugh by doing air through your nose.
It's not a laugh. It's pushing air through my nose.
He goes. I like that. The craft council. Well, it's the council is when
more of a tribunal.
Randy says it's more of a tribunal. Was Sam part of the council, or did the council start with Millie? No. So in the backyard we have like our little, outdoor table. It's one of those metal like mesh tables, which are my favorite because no amount of weather or anything, that thing's holding up beautifully. But we'd have Randy and I's chair, and then we'd had a chair for Sam and Z to each sit in, and then like a chicken would come over and like sit with us, and we called it the council. And we would sometimes have morning meetings out there. And then Callie would join us, and then it shifted to where, it was Z and Millie and me and Randy, and so we just called it the council. So Randy's going, more of a crucible, which is a Venture Brothers reference for anybody who enjoys the Venture Brothers. Oh, hey Julia, how are you doing? And Cindy says, trying to stay warm, cold, rainy, and windy in south central Utah. Oh goodness. I wonder if that's some of the weather that's going to be blowing in our way, because I think today's the last warm, if you're standing in the sunshine kind of day that we're going to have. Possibly for a while. It usually doesn't get like solidly cold until What?
Tomorrow's high of 70.
Oh really?
Tuesday 73. Wednesday 75.
How cold is it getting at night though?
51, 48, 48.
Well, never mind. Good. I didn't want any of that nasty weather anyways. But normally we don't get where the nasty weather is like here until what, January?
Yeah.
That's once January's here, the heater's running almost nonstop. It's ridiculous. Yep. Okay, I'm digging this. I'm enjoying this. I like that noise the scissors make when they cut the paper.
Like that. Wait until you wrap some presents.
No one's getting presents this year.
Yo. I mean, I kind of agree.
Yeah. Woo! Sarah says, I have a big show next weekend, but it's indoors. Nice. Rain finally hit us in Northern California. Well, that's good. The board for the business. Yeah. Drying out from the big rainstorm. More coming to Southern California. Right on. Oh, Cindy says probably it's supposed to be cold and rainy most of the week coming up. Oof, well, stay warm. Hey, Stephanie. She says, hey there. I actually got a YouTube notification on time. Amazing. What? Well, it's good to be living in that universe again, where YouTube sends out notifications. So my favorite thing to do, typically, is to cut out my patterns, laminate them, cut them out again. But then it's like, you've got just that little bit of a margin, so it would be a slightly larger mask, but that's okay. But I very much prefer that method. And then I just keep the templates. Usually I'm gonna have to, it's coming, the purge is coming, the craft room purge, at least, of organizing things and finding stuff, just because we're shifting gears again, gloriously. So I'm so excited. It's not at all that I'm quitting wire wrapping, but I am rotating my pastures and just letting my creativity take me wherever I feel like going. And right now that is in more sculpting, more leather working. I have some sewing in my future, I do hope. Just the sort of things that I can do right here with a heated blanket in my lap. Because in the winter, over in my wire wrapping station, like I was saying, the heater's just blasting all the time, which is great. I love having, that's so much nicer than not having heat, but it is very loud. Whereas over here, we can live stream, I can be mic'd up. Which, by the way, how is the audio today? Because I've got the microphone clipped to my bra through my shirt to try to keep it more stable. And I just wanted to make sure that it's not too quiet.
No, it's quite good.
Is good? Right on, baby. Thank you. Oh, really? Cab or bead? Gotcha. Cab or bead making? I don't know. Leather working? No, we'll still be making cabochons and stuff, but we don't really do that in live streams. Just because I really need to have my full focus whenever I'm cutting glass. And nobody wants to hear the glass, like, I can feel it in my teeth when I go like we do that for shorts. That way, if you're into it, it's only a minute. So audio is good. Excellent. Stephanie says, that's glorious, isn't it? Making what you feel like making. Dude, yes. And just feeling like making something again. Very nice. All right, so I'm pretty sure this big old, here's a me for reference. This is a big old dummy thick. Dummy thick. This is a, it could be dummy thicker. 9-ounce leather. Yeah, which this is usually the thickness that I like to use whenever we are making corsets. So like for the front panels, I really like a nice stiff leather. But this one had a little too much character, and I tried to make a saddle chair cover out of it, but that didn't really work out. So, and these were just some other pieces of leather. This, I think, is my ideal thickness for this leather leaf mask, and that is a 7-ounce. It seems minimal, but just, do you feel how it's very supple. This is from kind of the belly of the cow, which the stomachs expand and contract. So there's a lot of movement in the cells of the skin there. Whereas the skin down the back, I don't skin people or keep them in my basement, I promise. But the skin down the back doesn't have nearly so much stretch and suppleness to it. So I'm just saying, if you're going to make a jacket out of somebody, use the belly skin. And then Randy, stop winking at me. Ooh, Barbie says it's all good. Was hoping for some red dichroic cabs before Christmas. We're going to be placing a glass order, so hopefully we can get something in, but we have been kind of financially strapped, so I haven't been able to order new glass, so we're kind of just working with what we already had in the studio. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Stephanie says that's kind of fascinating, though. I know, right? Like, it's just as fascinating to me as finding out like where the best like wild harvested clays are, like, and why, the silt and sediment buildup in different areas of like riverbeds are going to be better clay quality than somewhere else that's going to have a lot of like larger rocks and stuff in it and need more processing. So it's just very interesting to me to find out about those things. um Hey, Cat and Cauldron. Good to see you. Good news. The wire arrived yesterday evening. Ooh, I'll be packing the ring and things up and mailing it off to you tomorrow. We'll email the tracking info as soon as it's in the mail. Oh, thank you. That's so helpful and handy. Okay, so yeah, but these pieces, they were just, I was going through my scrap bin, and these are just the second, third, and fourth place contenders. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to fit a mask on this. And if you're ever out leather shopping, and you're wondering what some of these marks on, I do believe this is from like the clamps whenever they are tanning the hide, which I am a big fan of waste not, want not. And the wonderful thing is all of the scraps of my leather go directly into my compost pile. So I prefer, like, sometimes people give me flack for using leather in my work, and it's like, this is biodegradable. It's a byproduct of products that are already being produced. And it's phenomenal. And to work with, the leather is, and it's so much more durable than like pleather and plastic products and things, because you can actually condition and maintain it. And so I'll die on that hill. But I would love to be able to tan my own. Like, if I were immortal, I would love to learn every craft on the face of this earth, like it's World of Warcraft style. All right. And then I'm going to set these off to the side. Yes, baby.
Do you want to cut the other one out and
No, that's a good idea. Randy has just suggested cutting out this side and then flipping it and taping them down the middle. And that is a very good idea, but I do not feel like cutting it out. Do you want to cut it out for me? Oh, here you go. We're going to have to dig out the laminator. Not during the stream, but just later. Love watching the shorts. Making cabs is one of my favorite. Really? Oh, that makes my day. I'm so glad that you like that. I really enjoy it. I prefer the short form format for the cabochons and stuff, just because it's a perfect little just bite of like, oh, look at the whole process, whereas it takes days. And it's really helpful to me as kind of a little catalog to be able to go back and look and see and be like, how did I do that? What did I do to get this great effect, or what did I do to get this horrible effect? And so it's archiving and kind of helping me that way. All right. Crap. I don't know where my awl is. AWL awl. My leather awl. So I'm just going to use this needle tool. We're going to do a little scrapey. No, we're not. We're going to use a pen because I can't see anything. Just a regular jank ballpoint pen. And we could do this from the back side, but I'm just going to do it on the front. And now this leaf is actually based off of, I think I traced and then modified very slightly, a sycamore leaf. Now the thing is, y'all, is today you're going to be hearing me banging on a bunch of stuff. Like, we're going to be using a hammer and some different things, so that might be kind of loud. I'm going to try my best to have it not be terrible. But we'll see how that goes. Woo! I'm a donkey on the edge. I'm always pushing it just a little too close to the edge on some of these. My pen. A little slappy make one happy. Well, licking it didn't work and smacking it didn't work. We may have to dissect it. Ooh, no, I'll just use a different pen. Sometimes you just gotta sweet talk it. Oh, it's been such a nice day. I've only had a couple of like temper tantrum meltdowns, but you know, that's fine. I forgot to cut the eyeballs out. Crap. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut the the eyeballs out, or the eye holes rather. Oh my god, everything is so dull, and all of my pens are so like tired from being pens their whole lives that or low on ink rather. There we go. So it looks like I chewed it out, but it'll work. And from here, this is normally if, oh, and it shifted. Well, I'm just going to shift it back. I'm going to stay true to where the eye hole is. Uh-oh. I'm not using my leather scissors. How's it going over there, baby? How's it going over there? Oh, yeah? Oh, I don't need to trim that off at all. I'm just going to line that up as best I can. Just chilling. Nice. Nice. Bang out all your frustrations. Yes. Ooh. Steffi says, just realized I could switch to Kick to comment while watching you on the tube on my TV. Nice. Hey kitty, how's it going? I'm liking the video now before I get up to go do chores. Ooh. What chores are on the menu today? We've got laundry, and we're probably going to need to clean the kitchen stove today. Like, it's not like bad, but I like to get it before it gets bad if we can help that. And then we need to vacuum. But Randy's been doing a really good job about keeping up on the laundry, so that's good. I actually did some gardening this morning, and that was really fun. Just tidying things up, still getting it recovered from the tree service fellers coming and taking care of all those branches for us. Now, I feel like we were able to get a pretty good deal on it. Or at least it was right in the window of what I was willing to pay, because it's like I wouldn't do it for like we paid them $500, which felt like a lot, but then I thought about it and I was like, I wouldn't get up there and around those electrical wires for that money. Are you serious? Like, and they had like the machinery and everything, and they got it done quick. But yeah, maybe 45 minutes. But again, we'd still be out there hanging, starved to death in the branches from getting stuck. Like, you know. But I feel like they charged such a, they left all the branches. Now, it was previously discussed. I'm like, are you kidding me? Those are my logs. They're my logs now. But we got those mostly processed, but there's still quite a bit of tidying up to do. All the tire ruts in the yard and some broken stepping stones to replace. That's a very good pen. Ooh, it's the shark skin pen. From those are the tags that we use for our jewelry. Steffi Joe says, so is this a different leaf pattern than the other masks? Nope, it's the same one that I've been using for like 8 years. Thank you, honey. I don't have any tape. Oh, can we just laminate the whole thing in packaging tape? Cool.
Scissors back?
Yes, please. Thank you.
I'll let you do the cleanup.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thank you for taking care of that. It's like, I don't know if I use scissors wrong or what, but like, it always hurts across my knuckles here whenever I use scissors. Like, you can actually probably, you might be able to still see the dimples. Like, and it's for the opening it back up. Mm-hmm. Oh, honey, you did perfect. Don't need no cleanup. So I'm going to set this off to the side, but before, and by off to the side, I mean on the floor. Before we, what?
I got them. You want more viewers?
Yeah.
Too popular.
No, it's okay.
I'm good.
I was popular once. It was horrible. I'm perfectly okay with being obscure. Like, I'll take that. I'm good. There we go. Ooh, my widow fingies. I will. Gotta cut out the eyes. We had to cut it out just now, so I wondered. Oh, gotcha. Well, hey, Tommy, how's it going? Yeah, no, it's the same one, but I couldn't find. I just reprinted a fresh one. And then this one's gonna get flipped over. Do they make scissors with little springs? That would probably fix that. Cause like, does that not happen to you, honey? Is it because I got widow fingies? I stole all your scissors. Whale. Okay. So what we're gonna do here, I want to go ahead and get the pattern transferred. You okay, Tommy? Wow, 15 minutes. That's phenomenal. Ooh. Oh, it's the greatest feeling to have the right tool for the job.
Isn't it?
Yeah. And what's more is to know where the plug is, yeah. So we have, these are so handy, you guys. This is a light board, I think. Is that what they're called? What style?
Yeah,
okay. Do what, baby?
it's a rainbow.
Rainbow obsidian? Came to our chat? Gee. Oh, it's still at 28%. That'll get us where we're going. I've run out of plugs, so I just use these rechargeable charging bricks. They work. Gets it done. There we go. Lumos, baby. Yes. Okay. What?
Michelle's like, hold my beer.
Michelle's like, hold my beer. 8 days. Wow. And that's just on Kick. Oh, Rainbow says, how was your dinner out last night with friends? Okay. It was amazing. I love getting to hang out with our friends. We had to share some bad news, so we got to like grieve together a little bit. But I wish I wouldn't overeat like I'm a stray cat who's never going to see food again. But like, in social excursions are the hardest for me. And I'm going to be honest, I will eat until I'm in literal pain. Gluttony is my sin of choice, y'all. But tempts me every time. But other than that, so I'm trying really hard to not like beat myself up about it or anything like that, because I've worked so hard to get 30 pounds down from my highest weight. And it's just weight loss and all these other health things aside, I wish I'd just listen to my body and stop when it hurts. but I don't, regardless of whether I'm crafting or, historically I haven't though, but it's just another thing to work on. As soon as you fix one problem or get one thing under control, something else in life comes up, floats up to the top, and is like, okay, my turn. So I'm trying to give myself some grace and like treat myself with as though I were a friend of mine and not, be just so hard and horrible on myself. But it was delicious. It was really delicious. We got to hang out. We scheduled another dinner date. Um, and so there we go. Boom. Just like that. And I know it doesn't seem like much, but I used to have to tape our stuff to windows. And these are really handy for whenever I'm doing anything with like Celtic knotwork on it, because that's a lot of tracing. Steffi Joe says, ugh, I get it. It's so hard sometimes. Gluttony is real. Oh my God. And we party like we're, from ancient Greece or something, and just like,
After this, we go to the vomitorium.
Yes, Randy's saying after this, we go to the vomitorium. And it's just, oh. Right? Kitty says, yeah, didn't we just talk about you being hard on yourself? Cut it out. If easier said than done, I'm working on it. But some things have to be pulled out one stitch at a time whenever they're so deeply woven into the tapestry of who we are. And I don't want to just rip it out, and have all the other, different things, because I'm very worried. I have concerns that it's like, I don't want to take what could be, depending on what Reddit thread I'm self-diagnosing on, could be considered a food addiction. I don't want to just rip that out and have those same like tendencies go towards something else and have a fresh addiction, because it's like one's bad enough. And so I'm trying to work on the underlying problems while managing the fact that I have to eat like at least twice a day. So, but oh, Rainbow says, Vaughn, I'm on a similar-ish journey, a nutrition/eating one, bit different to yours, but yep, I hear you. I think we all walk our unique paths together. There's a lot of parallels and stuff, but each one's our own journey, and it's wonderful to have y'all's company while I'm on mine. I'm just gonna say, okay, ASMR. So I'm going to do one side first, and I'm just going to pull the tape tight and let the static, did you see? Makes me feel like I'm a genuine witch. To just have the static pull the mask up to it. But now we can set that down sticky side up. And I'm going to line up the tip here. No, I'm going to start with the nose. Maybe. Did it die? Yeah, it didn't work anymore. Okay, well, at least it worked while we needed it the most. Yeah, the battery's quite low. There we go. So just lining up the nose first. There we go. And now this is just going to be loud and terrible. And but I'm going to go ahead and do the tape on this side too. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, 2 layers of paper. It's a little too heavy to do the static trick, but that's okay. But if you wanted to completely laminate something in tape, we would just cover it in layer. But we want to make sure that we have a pretty substantial overlap. So I should have done this piece of tape just a bit longer just to give myself that overlap. So I don't know. I go ahead and do it. Let me turn the microphone off for just a minute, you guys, because I don't want to do this tape noise to you. To be working out pretty well to just go ahead and do like one whole side first. And this is not going to be the best lamination job on the planet. Doesn't need to be. We just want to get it to good enough. So I'm going to mute it again. The sound of crafting is never horrible. Okay. Well, then I'm going to keep. I love the tape sound. Unsubscribed. Y'all's a bunch of crafters, aren't you? But yeah, and I thought it would be the end of the world if the tape touches the work surface. It's actually pretty fine. This is like day 3 or 4 of me having this song stuck in my head. I don't cry like a crazy person every time I sing it now, though. Just almost every time. This tape is too long for this. So my goal is to try to avoid getting those little like sticker wrinkles. Though they may translate really wonderfully onto the leather. Because there's something, how many of y'all, like emoji in chat if you want to, how many of y'all have done leather working and or are interested in leather working? Because that just lets me know how deep into, not the lore, but like telling you about the different tools and stuff I should get. But I don't know, I'm just going to keep doing my thing. You clicked on my face and I love you for it. There's something called like, is it a craft tool? It was a type of stencil that I could get at Tandy Leather. That craft tools that you could buy, and it's like the pattern, and it's like a stamp, but it's not rubber, it's plastic, and you would just imprint it like it's hard plastic. So you put it onto your leather and you burnish it from the backside, and it would just leave a on your damp leather. The leather would be damp so it can receive the imprint. And you would just burnish it in, and then it's so much easier than this for one, but also it's so much easier than tracing with like paper or tracing film and your pattern. But the same concept of those craft tools kind of applies here to our home DIY laminate. Because if we have a whole bunch of sticker wrinkles on our tape, that may imprint onto the leather. But now that I'm thinking about it, that should only happen if we're like rubbing it a bunch. Hey Yvette, how's it going? Very minor experience. Okay, I'll do it farther away from the... Oh, I did that one way too long though. I'm gonna go back to this so that I can fold just a tip down. Oh, and the most exciting part of my day has been you and the tape sounds. Right on. Well, hot dog. Let's do the tip over here. Sorry, guys. Last of the tape sounds. I would feel, okay, I don't even know if I should say this, but I would feel so naughty if I were doing ASMR videos. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like... Maybe I should get into that. We should really enjoy our work, you know? Randy's going, well, you're just still upset from whenever I ate that bag of pickles in your ear. Or not pickles, cucumbers. No, I didn't do the pickles because I know you don't like the smell. I just wanted to torture you, not torture you. Well, actually, I thought he liked it, and that's why he wasn't asking me to stop. Oh, I forgot to take a spot. Yeah, there was no, oh, please don't do that. So I was just like, I guess this is consent, and ate an entire bag of those like small pickles. Like, just real close up into his ear. Because I'd watched some women with real long fingernails eating pickles just into like one of those Yeti microphones. And she had like 10,000 viewers. So I was like, I want to see if I'm any good at this. Is there a career in ASMR for me? I don't think there is. I get too excited and start yelling. I can't stay chill. Oh, really? You think so? Good. Been hanging out in Creation X stream. He says hi. Oh, hey, Creation X. I've been such a bad fan. I haven't popped into one of his streams in ages, it feels like. Randy just letting you do his thing. Bless him. Yeah, he knows that, yeah, there's a naughtiness vibe somehow to that. And I'm like, how do I make rip and tape feel indecent? like, so here I am with my shoulders out, ripping tape like a hussy. And it's. Oh, mercy. Okay. And I feel like if I have any little sticky spots, I'm just going to leave them because they're just helping us out on our endeavors to have our template stay in place. Ooh, now that's an idea. Now I'm having to be real careful to make sure that I'm not over or underdoing it. I want this to be very crispy, very nice. He's been working on the same sculpt for months. It's been a running joke all day. Oh, goodness, really? Dude, I get that, though. Sometimes that's how it be. And also, I don't know why I'm having such a head baby. I give this to you to cut out, but I'm hungry.
Oh, now you're hungry?
I am hungry. He tried to feed me a Lunchable before the live stream started, and I was like, no, I'm not hungry. Oh my god, I'm just a giant child. Oh well, I'm living my best life. Why can't I process all of my emotions that quickly and effectively? Oh god, I just dumped water all over myself. I have a drinking problem. Oh my god, Sarah. I'm so sorry, but that made me laugh. She just, my husband eats lifesavers. Crunching each one drives me nuts. It's in your hand. Oh, I see. I can't quite reach. Can you put that back on the shelf? What on earth are you watching? Is that a video game or an anime? Oh, a slightly damp egg. I don't know why, but this is my favorite food in the world right now. It's a lunch meat and cheese roll up with some lightly salted nuts, an egg that I boiled this morning, and then blueberries. But I want to go put some everything but the bagel seasoning on my eggs. So I'll be right back. Whee! Thank you for giving me my food.
That's on an egg cake, too.
Oh, these blueberries are so good. How you doing, baby?
Okay.
I love you. I know it. You like fussy cutting. Right on. I've made deviled eggs for lunch twice in 2 weeks, and today I've had an egg sandwich for breakfast. Nice. Oh no, I love because I like the difference in texture, because a boiled egg is just a whole lot of boiled egg, like all the way through. Like it's relentless. And I guess I don't like things that are like just one texture all the way through when it's just a boiled egg. Um oh, is there a Z dog? Yeah, adult Lunchables for sure. Totally caught the boiled egg wave. Nice. Okay. So we're coming through. But yeah, it occurs to me I deviate so wildly from this pattern on the mask. Like you'll see, it's you're gonna wonder why I bothered with a pattern at all. But it's really nice to have a starting point, and especially for the eye holes.
Oh yeah, I'm not eating any.
What are you gonna have for lunch, honey? Oh yeah, are you not hungry? We had hole and toast for breakfast, like, and you've been up since 3 in the morning. How you doing? Blink if you need help. Mm. But yeah, I like these Lunchables because I'll make like 3 days worth. Like this morning, I made enough for today, tomorrow, and the next day. Because I don't know if I should trust a deviled egg that's been in the fridge like for much longer than that. And I always look at them very suspiciously on that third day. 3? Why? I don't know. It just seemed like a good number. Is that too long? Should I do more? And I love eating the same thing every single day. Like I'm not a picky eater. Hmm? You okay? Ooh, don't cut yourself on that, honey.
Well, I dropped it twice.
You okay?
I caught it once.
Oh, Randy.
That's when you heard me.
Oh, 3 a.m. Gotcha. He was just awake. Sometimes that's how it be. Do y'all? Oh, uh-oh. I overcut. That's okay. Not the end of the world at all. Brady's over here going, if only we had more packaging tape. And honestly, I don't know if it's 100%, but I may prefer the packaging tape to the laminating because, that's, I think, because my lamination paper that I have is, or not, the laminating film that I have is very, very thick. And for what I want to do, I'm going to be using this with a ball stylus to trace this little leaf pattern onto the leather beneath it. And I guess that's why I was worried that the tape wrinkles would translate. Oh my god, this is so... I had hoped to have this done before the live stream, but then I had to remind myself that sometimes that's how it be. That's show business, baby. These are the behind the scenes live streams anyways of what it's really like in the craft room. The glamorous lifestyle of a trash panda. Okay, I normally don't do this, but I have to vent very slightly. And it's not even really venting. It's something that I'm not good at keeping things to myself, like in my head. There was a young lady at belly dance who we were kind of, I don't want to accuse her of being a show off because we're all kind of doing our thing, and it's a whole lot of how if someone perceives that I'm showing off, whether my intent's behind it or not, so it's like I might have just perceived her as that behavior being showing off. I don't know if she was like doing it on purpose. But she was, kind of showing off, not with belly dance, but with what she had learned from ballet. So it was pertinent. So it's like, okay, I'm not used to being real social in like groups of people. And so I'm trying, like, probably too much in my head, but I I had complimented her because it was very impressive what she was doing. And I had asked, how long have you been practicing? And she was very like, kind of like, I don't. And I was just like, and I kept it inside because the teacher in me was back whenever I practiced at Nomadic Tapestry in Huntsville, Alabama. Like I'd only gotten to go to like 2 classes there maximum, but the teacher was awesome. And it was, she had said to me, she's like, you know, because she had complimented me on something I had done, and I was like, oh, it's from hoop dance, like the having like good like chest isolations. I felt at the time um that that's where I was getting that from. And she was like, just think how far along you'd be if you'd been practicing all these years. And I had to kind of keep that bit of wisdom. And I don't know if I should have, or like, should have I have said something, or is it better? Because it's usually better if I just keep my opinions to myself. Is usually minding my own business is the best preventative medicine. You know, like it's good for me. But I held in, imagine how good you'd be if you did practice, because, and I don't mean it to be snarky, but I'm like, there's no way that this is coming out and it's not going to seem snarky. So I just kept it inside. But that's something that I've been mulling over since belly dance yesterday, of like, you know, these things that if I feel like I have a natural inclination for them, so I don't really feel the need to practice to, you know, but it's like, what if I did though? What if we did, you know, that thing that's in our hearts that maybe we're, oh, I did it the first time and it's pretty good. Like, what if you did keep at it and kept pushing that? Like, you know, what great things could you, you know, possibly unveil, you know? But, but then I started being too much in my head wondering, well, is that just like productivity culture? Cause like, it's okay to just be, to just do something for fun. You don't always have to be like drilling and trying to improve and, you know, achieve and, huh? A razor blade's a good idea, but do you see how it ate my paper? It did. It's not sharp at all. So I was just going to keep cutting it. But is it taking too long?
No, no.
Okay.
I know the scissors are not your friend.
They are not my friend, and my fingers hurt, but I'll be okay. So I don't know. I just wanted to get the hive mind's thoughts on that. You free to say or not say. Use discernment. Sometimes not worth saying anything, but wouldn't be wrong if you to say something. Gotcha. You could use the X-Acto knife maybe for the eyes to get cleaner cut on the tape there. Maybe. I'd have to find a sharp one. I don't know where that is right now. Crepe Tart says, Lord, I would be eating the boiled eggs from Easter for at least a week after when I was a kid. Okay, right on. Sarah says 3 a.m. is more like my go to bed time. Yeah, no, I hear that, but it's very uncommon. It's increasingly common. What, you tried to go back to bed? Yeah, he tried to. You put on Dragon Ball and everything. Hey, Stussy, how's it going? Oh my god, I'm not even halfway done. Okay. I can do this. I'm going to apply myself with my undivided attention. But thank you guys for hearing me out about that, because it's, you know, I never want to seem, you never know how you seem in somebody else's eyes. And I didn't have anything other than kind intention to her, but I first time meeting her. So I was like, I'm probably not going to say anything. But also, I hope anytime anybody's interacting with me, if they have that feeling that they're like, oh, I should say something, please say something. I will only learn from your wisdom if you share it. One of them. Just a sec. I'll show you in just a sec, but I don't want to lose where I'm at. Yeah, and she did later, like, get really crowded up on one of the other young ladies. It was her first time at class too. But it's like she didn't need to be crowding out. But then I was like, well, maybe they know each other. Like, again, minding my own business as much as I can. Rainbow says, Vaughn, that woman could have meant, ooh, uh-oh. How do I find chat? Okay. She could have meant well by it or not, but she could have also been more mindful of how she said that too, or not said it at all if she was being rude. I think people should just be themselves, regardless of how rude or anything it might seem. It is exhausting to spend, because I spend a whole lot of my time mentally there being like, oh, but what if they considered it this way, or what if it was that? Oh, I just want, and I just end up not saying anything at all. And I'm not a not say anything at all kind of person. I like to just, oh, I had this thought, here it goes. Ready or not, here it comes. And so, but I do know what you mean, but I can't hold it against other people if they're not, neurotically. That wasn't our dog. Okay. I wouldn't wish this kind of social anxiety on anybody, and I don't even really feel like I have it that bad. But I think I'd have it a lot worse if I didn't have my go-to strategy of not my circus, not my monkeys, not my problem. Like, I mean, I'll just stay at home and not talk to anybody unless they click on my face on the internet. Do, 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 do. Obsidian says, yep, I'm a big introvert. Gotcha. Right on. What up, baby? Yeah, these are my kitchen scissors. Well, I'm not going to use my leather scissors, and those are the only scissors that I haven't killed yet. Mm-hmm. Yep, smile and just keep on. All right, I'm going to eat this room temperature egg before it gets it. No, it's still cold, fortunately. I don't want you guys to watch me eat it. And I'm going to put the microphone. Randy says you have to pay more if you want to watch me today. No. Oh, no. It's all over my polymer clay. Oh, that's good. Mm. ASMR mukbang. Oh, embroidery scissors. I could use. We've got your little gold scissors. I don't want to make those dull though. Those are for trimming like mustache hairs.
Well, I don't.
This is so good.
You use that razor.
This one?
Yes.
Look at the tip.
A simple no would work.
No, but look at it, because it's. I think that's quite dull. Okay. And then the one I was using, thank you for reminding me, I'd forgotten, is this one. Oop. I'm gonna need to cut it on like a cutting mat. That egg was so good. Oh my goodness. Num num num. Alright, I wonder if I can get this without. Nope. I gotta move the phone. There we go. Got a little technically cutting mat. Yeah, no, it didn't even go through. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going with the scissors. But we're getting real close. I've just remembered you bought me something real nice that's right there. It's a whole pack. Oh, Randy. You can't stop mid-cut. My nicer scissors. These ones are at least a little gentler on the back of my knuckles. Yeah. They're probably too tight and need cleaning to loosen them. Yeah, probably. Yeah, there shouldn't have to be so much resistance in the scissors, huh? Ooh, hey, Lydia. Lydia says, "Hi Vaughn, what are you doing now? The leaf mask today. Happy to see you live. Little late, but I'm here." Oh, we're just making I'm cutting out a template right now for a leather leaf mask that we're gonna make. Kind of a little bit more of a development on yesterday's leaf mask. Oh, I got these on clearance at the Walmart. They're the Fiskars non-stick too, so that's nice. Yep. Or pop off to the next blade. Yeah. No, I keep that one long for cutting through deeper foam, but I've got one better for y'all. Just having the right tool for the job. Oh, here it is. Hey, Randy. While you're up, can you put those scissors back for me? Are you okay?
Yeah.
What's the matter, baby? You just kicking a can around the house?
The ball.
Throw the ball against the wall.
Ball.
Throw the ball against the wall. All right, so we've got a proper freaking mat. Ooh, fresh, shiny knives. Look at that. They've never even tasted blood. Presumably. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Oh, yes. Ooh, it squeaked. Ooh, and it did cut through. Hot dogs, sunny in the city. Had a craft knife, but it cut real shitty. Doo-doo. I mean, sorry, I won't cuss. Oh, he's such a handsome boy. He had a little bit of time without his cone off today, or without his cone on. Yes? Yeah, I'll cut you, babe. Come here. It's dusty. There you go. They call me the trash man. This is nice. Oh my gosh. This is so much better than using scissors.
Glad you found a better way.
I'm glad you patiently carried me there, honey.
You open this, I'm gonna wreck you.
Okay. That was very satisfying. Thank you, honey. Hey, big boy. Mama's Wickle Man. I love you. Look at that wagging tail. Look at that wagging tail. What? Do you want to be a little dry-eyed doggy? What on earth?
What's all that?
Factory flavor, I suppose.
Oil for anything?
Not right this moment. Sounds good. So I'm not necessarily going significantly faster, but I'm having a really good time. And Z doesn't know that he's on camera, and he normally hates being on camera. Z, he's such a good boy. I love that dog. He gonna be a little dry-eyed doggy. Push in the ends. Oh, Wandy! If that says don't forget to push in the ends, does that keep the roll from flopping around all weird? Because that does cause us quite a bit of distress, as silly as that sounds. He is the goodest boy. But no, he'll chew on, he's got a couple of almost like skin tag style lumps on like his back legs and his like lower back right above the base of his tail that must itch him something fierce because he just tries to chew them off every chance he gets. But he's got like, he's carpet bombing the place. No thank you, Randy. Y'all, I just leveled up. Level up, level up. So I'm just planting my blade into the plastic of our cutting mat like it's a bandsaw. And so instead of dragging it around, I still find it, I prefer to just pull through. And it does seem to do better if I start in the center and then pull my way, just because it's maintaining tension on the material that we're cutting. I don't know. There's no one technique that I find that's perfect for every single part of the project, but that's okay. Just finding multiple techniques that when one isn't really perfect, maybe another one is. I forgot to WD-40 my chair. I'll need to remind myself to do that later. Z is looking, wearing the lampshade. Yep. Putting on the Ritz. He's a fancy boy. How did this fit in here, Jiminy? Let's not put it blade up. There we go. Whew. Oh, I love that. Just a nice little, will it fit right here? Yeah, we ordered a whole bunch of Sculpey. Nope, it won't fit there. And got these like mosaic cutters, which I thought was pretty interesting. Well, it won't fit up there, so I'll put those back. In a drawer, perhaps. I hope I don't forget it. Nope, I need it out immediately again. We forgot to do the eye holes. Hey, Erica, how's it going, baby Hulk Rage? I am working on cutting out the template, which I really thought would not be this much of a struggle for me, for a leather leaf mask. So might have leave the turkey for you. You can use it too, honey. Now the eye holes, I'm going to try to get, just super up on it. There we go. Erica says, it's going all right. How about you? We're doing really well. Just kind of, oh, welcome back, Itsy. Just kind of getting on through, doing our thing. Oh my God, I'm learning it on the guitar. Just the chords, like the simple version of the chords. And it gets me every time. But yeah, so that's trimmed up really nice and tight to the paper. There we go. Kitty says, oh my God, Z's nails clippy clopping on the hardwood floor is melting my heart. I need to get another dog. Oh man. I don't know what we're going to do when Z passes on. I mean, I've never, not since I was in high school, For a very little bit, there was a little while that Randy and I didn't have any pets. And then I found Hazel Dog, who is Z's mama. And I've never not, in a roundabout way, I've never not had Hazel with me. So I don't know what I'd do without a doggie. We're thinking with our lifestyle of wanting to be able to travel more, a little lap-sized doggie would be phenomenal, you know. But I don't want to like sit on it and kill it, you know. So, mhm, mhm. Yeah, he's gonna keep peeking in on me because I'm eating my food. That was so much faster doing the knife that way. Excellent. It's so important to give ourselves room to evolve and experiment and to not be like, well, I don't know what the best way of doing it, so I'm just not going to do it at all. That's the worst thing to do. Start, even if it's the literal worst way of doing it, because you will continue to evolve and find your favorite way. The dog's a doggy dog. He's a doggy dog, dog. Just a doggy dog, dog, doggy dog. Doggy, doggy dog, dog, doggy, doggy dog. Horrible chair squeak. And now I'm just going to tidy up some of the tips so that they make a little bit more sense. The whole point of laminating this thing is so that we can spray this with water and it won't ruin our paper template. Because otherwise they are barely even single time use, because oftentimes, especially if it's a complex design, the paper will disintegrate before I've transferred the design onto the pattern onto the leather. So you can see this is just regular old water that we've sprayed on. I'm just rubbing it in where it's puddled. I did it a little too quickly. What up, big boy? All right, and we're gonna let that soak in. And while that soaks in, I'm going to eat a roll. Regular old water. You can use regular new water. Well, that'd be like fancy distilled with the minerals re-added. No, this is just like out of the toilet. Like Randy's over there with his clearly Canadian. That baby Hulk rage got us on to drinking, by the way. Being like a clearly Canadian. Look at that dog. Hey, Z. Yeah, want some of my food, buddy? He's like, yeah. I love him so much. Oh, what a good boy. Some of it's in your cone. You got this. I believe in you. He got it. Okay. Woo! Okay, don't make fun of me, but that's some really spicy turkey. Okay, so the way that we're going to be, you can use a ballpoint pen. I'll flip that over to where I can actually see the whole design. It looks like some water still made it through. Boo! That's okay. And now I'm just going to press, and I'm doing like a rubbing press. And you want a really smooth ball stylus. If there's any flaw in the metal, you'll be able to feel the way that it grabs and scratches into the tape. Just burnishing that in. And these aren't the only lines to be done on this. We can do way more detailing, but these are the only lines that I like to kind of reproduce every time. Just because it does help all of our masks to be similar but different. What was the flavors that they swapped out? They had we really like the mountain blackberry. I like the peach okay. I think the cherry tastes like medicine. Oh no, my whole template slipped. Goober. Oh well. That's just how this one will be. And I may have even been able to use a sharper stylus, but you can see it's super faint. Like quite faint. Let me get the camera down to where you can see, because we're getting into detail work time. Whoop. Do you see that very, very light? Like, we do not have to follow these lines, especially with all the other layers of like tooling and stuff that we're going to be doing. Hey, Wendy. I love you. Okay. So now I find myself wondering, it's going to be I'm going to cut it out. I was wondering, do I do the tooling cutting and stuff? And it's like, but this is such a cumbersome piece of leather to have to like deal with, that I am actually going to come through. We have our leather working scissors as an option, but I really want to try to utilize, we've got a box knife here, and I've got some replacement blades, and I've got our cutting mat. And I think I may actually do this standing, just because I'm able to kind of put my weight down in it. There we go. It's so nice to use a nice sharp knife for this. So the letters came from an army camp in California, then Vietnam, and he told her of his heart, and it might be love, and all of the things he was so scared of. Said when it's getting kind of rough over here, think of that day sitting down at the pier, and I close my eyes and see your pretty smile. Don't worry, but I won't be able to write for a while. Oh, Goober, come on, we can do this. And without cutting our fingers off, too, is the trick. There we go. Whew. And so now we're not having to wrestle with this big old piece, this bad boy over here. Huck it into... Yeah, I was all hunkered down under my table over here and just said to Randy, I was like, now what we've got here is an organization problem. Ooh, okay. What was your favorite? Black cherry. I'd give you all the cherry ones. I'll drink them, but they taste like medicine.
Black cherry.
You like black cherry?
This is wild.
Oh, wild cherry. Boo. Oh, well, thank you, Rainbow. Ooh, hey, Sue. It says, are you using freezer paper? Shiny side will iron and remove for several uses. I had no idea. Directly onto the leather? because that's brilliant. Okay, so now I'm gonna set this over here. Pardon me. I actually may end up moving my cutting knives because I've got this my station. Behold, behind the scenes, the wall of my drawers. Um, this is for like my bulk extra storage is what I think I'd like to use it for. And then down here, I'd like to do my things that I need immediately on hand. And so far it's all like Pearlex pigments in these 3 drawers and then clay cutters. And then it just gets into like shit show territory. Ooh, and then my candy drawer. Because Hawk was so sweet, she sent us some and gave us some bags of my favorite sugar-free coffee flavored Werthers that I just can't find in my area. And so that's my candy drawer. Right on. Well, I get really discouraged out of doing a project if I can't find what I'm looking for. Like I'll get so agitated with myself because it's not like it was whenever it was in the beginning. And again, this is me being too hard on myself. I'm like, I've been doing this for long enough. I need to have my shit together. And it's like, no, your shit will evolve, but your shit will never be together. not for very long. Oh yeah. These are my favorite. They're hard candies. So I'd be driving you up the wall, Sarah, just chomping on my lifesavers because I chew every single one. I can only suck on it until like about halfway through, and then I'm tired and I'm like, nom, nom, nom. And then you'll give me 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm ready for another one. But I'm only allowed 4 a day because otherwise, being sugar free, they're basically a laxative. So you don't want to have too much fun. It's a drool worthy wall. Oh, I just want to organize it some more. Directly on leather. Okay. Watching the movie Poor Things on Hulu. It's strange for sure. Right on. I've not even heard of it. Fart candies. Yeah. Laxative Werthers. Oh, Randy's shaking his sandwich at me. I think he thinks my Lunchables are pitiful. And so he feels bad whenever I'm just eating, in his mind, just eating a Lunchable for lunch. And I'm like, this is like 400 calories. This is great. And he's literally handing me a sandwich. And I'm like, which is also 400 calories, but I just want it. I want it in a little 4-compartment tray with a hard-boiled egg slopping around in there. Like, and sometimes when I'm feeling wild, I'll have some pickles. Cucumber in one ear and Werther's in the other. Live it up, get wild with the pickle. Whenever I was sick and had to stay home, like we had to cancel the moth market, I'd posted a picture just letting folks know that we wouldn't be there, like on our social media. And somebody commented, they were like, that's a lot of pickles. And I was like, I like a lot of pickles. Like, if that says sugar-free gummy candies are the best / works laxatives. I think I found that out when Jim sent us some, and I ate the bag. I can't be trusted. Okay. Time to pound it out. So we have our gradiated. Ooh, that's satisfying. Do you hear that? We can do better. Okay. Like I said, I could totally enjoy doing, if someone would actually pay me money, I would do ASMR videos. But I just don't feel like it's worthwhile content, and there's so much that's already so well done. on the market anyway, like, you know, on YouTube and stuff. But I can still sneak some in. Okay, and then these are the punches that won't fit into my punch holder. And that's my favorite thing about these drawers, is something that I use rarely. I can just pull down from up high. We get it sat up over here. And let's see. I'd love, ooh, you know, it'd be cool. And I've got some 10 millimeter foam, so I may be able to do this. But is if I made a little insert so that I could lay all the, I don't know, an insert would probably be problematic. Okay. Now the problem with some of these that I had gotten online for like crazy affordable is once you use them, then they'll buckle at the necks. They're just weak sauce. So I never have that problem. Not sponsored, but I never have that problem with the craft tool brands from Tandy Leather, at least anything purchased pre-2019. Not that anything changed in 2019. That's just when I had all my leather tools by. So I haven't really bought any new leather tools. And it's, if you get a good tool, you only have to buy it once. What's up, my love? Do ASMR and cosplay. Okay. Oh no, Kitty, no! She says, y'all, I have done 0 chores so far. Oh, you are so bad. Oh, well, I love getting to go. I feel like it's like playing with my toys with a friend over. These are different sizes of hole punches for like a long, it's often for like feeding a belt through the little, the tongue of a belt. I very much prefer this style of solid shaft where the opening is here, and because the leather will feed itself out this way. These ones you have to take like the ends off, and they just pressure fit, and then like all these little holes of the punchy outy parts. And then it goes, and I don't like this style as much as this style. These still get the job done, but not my favorite. If I did the dishes, hot dog, Yvette. So what I do from here, the whole reason I'm getting out these big old hole punches, because I do not want to have to cut a big, I don't want to have to cut that with scissors or a knife. So what I do is I'm going to come in here, and this is where it's going to sound, the banging is going to get really loud. Why do you always laugh when I say that? All right. Are you ready? No, thank you, baby. I know it, but thank you, no. Okay, I'm going to need to move this over to this work surface. Baby, eat your sandwich. Please stop. Well, whenever you do it like that, it really does make me want to take a bite of your sandwich. Will you leave me alone if I take it? Don't ever leave me alone. But you smile so happy. Okay, you just like keeping me fat. All right, ASMR time, you guys. Randy makes the best sandwiches on the planet. Marry me. Mm. Oh, and he toasts them in the oven. It's so good. I'm sorry, y'all. I shouldn't be this way, just eating in your ear like a fiend.
Bite it.
Bite it. Just okay. So I'm going to have to detach this section. We're probably going to end up needing to set up. Well, that's probably why my elbow hurts. Sorry, y'all. Just getting... How should I do this? I have an idea. Y'all, give me just a minute. Yeah, Randy makes, we use just Great Value white bread. And he uses, this one had rotisserie style turkey lunch meat from Sam's Club. Well, hey, Emba. I'm looking for a tripod. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed. The rotisserie and black pepper turkey from Sam's Club, and then did you just use the deli cheese, or did you use the Munster?
Nah, it's just
Then the Kraft deli cheese. There we go. Just remembering how to use a tripod. How's that? What do you think?
that should work.
And this is the best I got, y'all. And then we'll see about getting it lined up with where it was. And then you just beat it till it's cut through. And I'm going to do this going down each size. As I make my way around the perimeter of our leaf. I would be so happy to be a blacksmith. Like 100%. I don't know if that's any better, but there we go. That's all we got. Ooh. I have to be careful because the way that I hold it, I'll get like a shooting pain at my thumb. But I kind of wish all my tools were, if it isn't always the case, I wish all my tools are about an inch or two longer. That way, I could hold very comfortably here, still be able to see past my hand.
You know the King Sorka?
Not personally. So yeah, this is a big reason why we can't rent. Like an apartment or something where we have downstairs neighbors. Is this too loud?
I don't know.
Would you be able to check for me?
Yeah, that's loud.
Okay. I'm going to mute, guys. Okay. That's a really good tip. Thank you, Kitty. You don't need to put pressure with your left hand. Just hold it still. It helps with the wrist pain if you can isolate and relax that wrist. On the smaller ones, that Z-Dog, on the smaller ones, I'm going to be able to take that advice a whole lot better. But this larger one, for those first 3 hits, it jumps on me. So I've really got to, like, chuck down on it. Ooh, PB and mayo. I've never had the PB and mayo. Well, they say it sounds fine, honey, so I'm going to keep on hammering. But the second it's too loud, y'all, holler at me. Okay, so now we get to look and see. Is there, and fortunately, this wasn't intentional in its design, but there's some jumps in size. So it's like I can use that largest one. In fact, I'm going to set it off to the side to make like there's the satisfaction of having all of my tools be in chronological order of like size, and then there's the satisfaction of having the 3 tools that I actually use the absolute most in chronological order but directly to the front. But yeah, so we've gone from, what was this one? Unmarked tools. Lovely. Well, we have an engraver. No, this is a 3/4 inch. Was our first one, and now we're doing a 7/16 is going to be our next size. And so I'm just going to come through, and on some of these spots it's going to look like, so it looks like this would be something really good to like take a picture of. So we can like boop, screenshot that. And then this way I could add into the leather leaf template what size hole punches I use for those curves. But this one would go here, here, and here, and here, and probably here as well. And then I just mirror that. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's the best I got. So there we go. If when you get a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Where do you want it? More?
Yes, please. It's in the pot.
Where I put it there.
I know, but just when you get a chance. Like, it's not a rush. Thank you, baby. All right. So again, I'm not entirely certain if this is the best angle for this. It's about to be loud, folks. Ooh, that one got stuck. All right, I stuck it in way too far on that one. So you'll start to get a feel for it. Theoretically, that one didn't cut through all the way, so we just line it back up. There we go. All right, where's my beeswax? So we can take our beeswax chunk and we can kind of rub our tool in it to just coat it a little bit. Now you want to be careful because too much beeswax can actually get into the leather and keep paint, or not paint, but like stain from penetrating as well. So I'm just going to set my beeswax over yonder. And it just helps, oh, so much on extracting the punch from the leather. If it's not loud to y'all, it's loud to me. That's for darn tootin'. And also, this is not perfectly symmetrical. I just go with whatever I decide on this day. And it gives me room to let my projects evolve. All right, so this would be almond. Gotcha, just because it's loud doesn't mean it's annoying. Right on. Tool Pro Grid clamps, much less bulky than a wood one. Okay. Barbie says, did you guys pull all of the tie-dye items from your website? Oh, I don't know. We'll have to check. Did we ever, oh baby. Did we ever put all the tie-dye back up after Moth Market? Uh-oh. Hey, honey. I'm gonna microwave this.
Okay. Where my sleeve one?
I don't. Let me look around for it. There's another one down here. I'll go grab it. Oh, I love having a washing machine and a dryer. When I was a kid, we'd save up all our laundry, and every 2 weeks we'd take it in like big old contractor trash bags to the local laundromat. Everything's relisted? Okay. No, all of our tie-dye is still up there, Barbie. Now, what with it being cold, we haven't made any new tie-dye in a while. All right, let's see. What is the next size going to be? Yeah, I really only think we need like a small, medium, and large. So I'm going to do a craft tool 5/32 inch. And we're going to rub it in the beeswax.
Okay.
Yeah?
Don't change your camera.
Oh, okay. And I bet if I had like this, I'm working on a tool chest right now. So it's like echoing cavernously. And the smaller tools, they cut through so nice and easy. Today's a good day to do sweeping and vacuuming after the stream because there's little leather. The sleeve instead of the brace?
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm about to go and get my coffee. Do you want me to grab you the ice pack? Okay. If you change your mind, let me know. All right. And then I'm going to come in and I'm actually going to use, put this back away. I'm going to use, this is an English style punch, the 3/4 inch. There we go. There we go. What up, babe?
They're remaking the first God of War again.
Again?
Yeah. Didn't I just have this conversation with you yesterday?
Welcome to Groundhog Day, baby. I don't remember that conversation.
About how they're not making movies.
Oh, well, yes, that I thought you meant God of War specifically. But now the inner and outer tear ducts of our mask are nice and punched. And we can come in.
Oh, no, never mind.
What's up? Is it just a clickbait?
No, it's a fan-made project, so it looks amazing.
Oh, it's fan-made? Those are the best. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my coffee. Those really are, like, that's been the coolest stuff here lately. Ooh, and I love this mug because I can put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and the coffee is nice and hot, but the handle is still safe to touch. Not all of our mugs are that way, and it's rude whenever I forget and get burnt. Hi, Drake. Oh, Sue says, oh, I just don't like making more than one of something. Dude, almost same now. Like, but I'm enjoying being like in a leather leaf mask phase. So I'm not setting a number goal. And this is like a breakthrough for me personally to not have a number goal set of like, well, I'm going to make 10. It's like, no, I'm going to make another and I'm going to test out this idea that I was having. Cause like the one from yesterday's live stream, y'all, oh my goodness. I freaking love it. Like, look at how it joining the polymer clay in with it worked. And then I'm absolutely digging the paint job on it and everything. So, really? Today went by so fast and I've done very little. I mean, I've done a lot. I ate my lunch in front of everybody mostly. Ooh, 40 Christmas ornaments. Each one is different. Nice. It's pretty cold for us to do tie-dyeing just to be damp for that long. It's very uncomfortable. Aw, thank you, kitty. Okay, consider me hydrated. So now we're going to pull out our box knife. I honestly don't know what the best angle to get video of this is. I personally think it's going to be super satisfying. To make you stare at the wall the whole time. No. Okay. So I cut towards me. So I'm lining this up. My hand's completely in the way. This is a terrible angle. Oh my god, I love it. Okay, we're gonna go back. Like that would be a good like TikTok aesthetic angle or whatever. Whatever that means. But I'm not here to be aesthetic. I'm here to hopefully actually be helpful. So here we are. Tripod is tripoding. So yeah. And then we're just going to go around. And I love, absolutely love leather leaves for the first project to lead people through. Because if you don't cut straight up and down, who cares? It looks really cool. Like, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. It's a leaf. It does not need to be precise or accurate or anything other than just how it is. In fact, I kind of love coming in at like a 45-degree angle. That was pretty nice. It doesn't always come out that nice. I don't know. We can try it. I kind of don't want to do that too much though, because I'm going to test in that area and see how it how it tools. But now all we have to do are these very easy, just pulling the knife, kind of not towards myself in the sense of like, I'm trying practicing knife safety as best as what I can manage, but it's a nice, easy, I don't have to think or worry about it too hard motion. And there's only some that have like a nice curve to them. Now I think what I'm doing isn't very like ergonomic because I keep having to bring my elbow up pretty high. So let me see if coming up. Ooh, well, hey, Erica. She says, what about a jeweler's saw? Possibly. Um, I've never used a jeweler's saw on leather before, so I don't know if that would be like better or worse, or like I don't know what the pros or cons would be on it. Because I'm personally always looking for something that balances between um, precision and speed. So sometimes I often have to sacrifice speed for precision, or precision for speed. But instead of going full, I'm going to do it so fast that it sucks, or I'm going to go get it so perfect, but it took like 10 times longer than what it would have if I had found a balance in the middle. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I just love it. And now this is where it's like, yeah, it was fast, but it's messy. I don't want people to be able to tell that I did this with a hole punch. Like, if somebody asked, I would tell them I used a hole punch, but I want it to be like, no way. And it's an easy little detail. And if I can't get it perfect, not the end of the world. But it's just, all I can do is share my creative thought process with you guys and hope that something's helpful. And if it's not, just cherry pick what is and keep going. But that's making fairly good time. Oh, says a jeweler saw is good for medium thickness, breaks too often on thicker. Oh, okay. Who's Al? I see the Mothman. Hey, walk in the rain. How's it going? Now, and that's something that I need to start factoring in too, is you're right, Erica. That would probably be a lot easier on my wrists and my hands. Oh, AI. Right on. That would probably be a really interesting video series, is to see if an AI's crafting advice holds up. Like, you know what I mean? Because my gosh, having like a reliable crafting AI would be, just about as useful as the medical specific ones. It's like that'd be really cool, a really cool resource. Sarah says I ask it all kinds of things these days. Nice. Ooh, I like that, Kitty. Take what resonates and leave what does not. Ooh, that's good coffee. Thank you, Randy. Thank you for the coffee. Hmm. It's actually hardest on my finger because I'm like, but it is what it is. And again, my favorite thing is all these little pieces, they compost perfectly. And there we are. And now we did these inner cuts. So now I just come up here and I'm going to kind of do where I plant it into the cutting mat. And I'm very carefully goober. Trying to not do that where it cuts. That's not too deep. I'll probably be able to bevel it out, but that is my hope to avoid. So perhaps is cutting shallowly better? Maybe we'll use that craft knife. That might be a good use for it right here. Okay, that worked all right. Oh my god, this little knife is so much easier to control. Wow. I mean, it makes sense. I just never tried it before. And also, eyeballs make fantastic earrings. But no, we can make like little leaves out of these. Try the rounded blade sometime. Okay. Like a surgeon, cut for the very first time. Like a surgeon. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick to using my beveler. Which, let us dig those out. Which, field trip time. Whoop, coming up here up top, we have different like specialty tools. But where could my beveler be? I went and hid it away from me. Here we go. So yeah, there's our bevelers. Let me put the... I'd hate to deny y'all some fine rummaging. So this is a size 5 Craft Tool Pro beveler. Sue Ellen says, I challenge y'all to try a peanut butter, lettuce, and mayo sandwich. What like volume of each? Because like, is it just a little bit of peanut butter and a little bit of mayo, or is it like a lot of peanut butter and a little bit of mayo? And like, how much lettuce are we talking here? Okay. So I'm going to take, I can probably cut something out of these guys with our die cutter. So these ones are all going to get saved as usable scrap. But whenever I hoard scrap like this, my new rule is that it has to get used. And so like, it doesn't go into a bin. It goes over there onto the die cutter. And then it's like at the end of our week, we'll go through and cut some of these So just to keep it from building up. And then the rest of these, I've got a coffee canister somewhere. There it is, for all of my leather trimmings. And then this gets emptied either when it's full or when I need to go steal some more rocks. And it smells like leather and coffee in there, which is kind of nice. Nice little air freshener. Like, I'd buy that candle. This chair's unruly whenever it's up to where I'm comfortable working leather because my feet don't reach the floor. Okay, so now I don't feel the need for my cutting mat as much. But this tool is fantastic for cleaning up our edges, especially on a nice thick leather like this. But then we run into the problem that I've just run into, which is thank you, baby. It doesn't really get into the center part here. So I'm just going to cut very carefully. Gosh, a nice sharp knife is so nice. So we just got to carve out the eye holes. You good, see? There's a mighty passive-aggressive harumph out of that guy.
Why? Stop it.
Oop. Oh, it's really on that. If your blade slips and it goes and it cuts, so it just becomes a case of shaving. We're kind of, I think the term for this is what, skiving? Is it skiving? But yeah, so it looks kind of creepy right now. That's okay. This mask is not done. We should trust the process. So let's try just this at first. So I think I'm just going to use a sharp craft knife. Is he all right?
Yeah.
Is he having his heartburn?
No, I think he's just acting up for attention.
Well, can you give that dog some attention, baby?
I would, but then he starts coughing.
There we go. And now I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to do the same thing to the back side. And really, I think I like that better, starting at the corners and then just meeting up in the middle, because then I don't end up with one of those like kind of raw edges. Well, there wasn't much to do on that one. Now, something else with leather is sometimes you'll get like a pithy underside, and that can be burnished in or skived off, which there is a tool called a skiver or a skiver. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I used to be able to work one pretty well. So let's see what we can do. It's kind of like shaving the inside of your skin. God, I see the weirdest stuff sometimes. Just about, it's leather working though. It just sounds like this. And so we're going to do, but do you see how it's a blade there on the inside? It's a little bit like one of those peelers, like potato peelers, but it's curved this away. You can see that very slight curve, and that's the blade on this side. So we're going to set that over yonder. And I want to come through, and we could do where we're pushing with our skiver, but I kind of want to, or with our beveler, I kind of want to see how it goes. Just cutting it down very carefully. Because I think this may end up being a little easier, though it might be horrible, I don't know. Let's see, it may be easier. Yeah, it's going to be easier cutting. Oh yeah, oh that's so much easier. Okay. And again, this is a leaf. It is the perfect project to practice this on because it doesn't matter if it's good or not. Like, it does not matter if it's good or not. And so we get to practice control of depth, like a stroke consistency. Coming in at it from different angles. Because if I shave too much off, well, that's fine because it's a leaf. AI says skiver rhymes with driver. Okay. The bits of leather cord on the compost was carried away by birds. Oh, was it? Oh. Steffi Joe says, okay, my brain is turning all of that dirty. Oh no. I'm convinced that leatherworking just makes me sound like, what's his name? Wild Bill from Silence of the Lambs with Precious. Puts the lotion in the basket. I enjoy insects. Weird, I know, but it's a hobby of mine. Buffalo Bill. Oh, okay. But yeah, I do prefer coming at it from one angle over another. Steffi, now you got me thinking it. Hello, Clarice.
That's the right movie.
Mm-hmm. It's the right movie. But yeah, just depending on, you can kind of set the tip on the table and then just swing it at different angles. And it's just carving down. I wonder how much this has in common with wood carving, actually. But I feel like we don't have to take into consideration nearly so much, like maybe like wood grain. There we go. Oh, that's so nice. It's got the lotion. It needs putting in the basket. I don't know. Find some lotion, put it in the basket. You're good to go. Like, actually, Bath and Body Works. They have the lotion and the basket, so we should all go. Do what, honey? We'll leave some little baskets. That would be a cute little project to do. Oh my god. Okay, because so can you imagine? I don't remember. It's probably like Lawn On or CLS Designs or CSL Designs. Somebody did a really cute wire woven basket, and so if we could just make like a tiny little lotion bottle, like a Dr. Teal's, little lotion bottle to put in the basket and just like wear it as a necklace. Mm. Ooh, Rainbow says, I don't wear masks ever, so for me, I envision these masks Vaughn makes as something really nice to add to the wall. Ooh, have a fireplace or on any wall with similar themed items or multiples of these masks. Right on. I am in full support of that. Like, we had some friends with, they made leather masks, and they sold quite a few to collectors who, they like, I don't wear masks, but I like looking at them. And I was like, that's cool. And to be honest, I don't wear a lot of masks either, but I love making them. And also, a lot of the techniques and stuff, we could totally just change this. So, just visualize this with me for a moment, that if we just cut this to where the line continued like kind of down and then just came to a point, but like all this wasn't there for like a circlet. So, like, it would just be that up top. And then with the other leaves, and then probably with like some antlers or something coming out. So it's the techniques can be applied to darn near just about anything. And I'm really liking carving, literally carving leather way more than I thought I would. A sharp knife makes all the difference, you guys. Ooh, okay. And I'd really like to make like just a banging leaf mask sculpture, like of like a face that you can hang in like the bushes or something. That way it's like, and it'd have like glow eyes or something. That'd be cool. I want that in my garden. And I've not found one. Like there's a lot of dorky looking like leaf faces on the market. And it's like, I want to make mine. Which there's a part of me that like wants to get like a face cast of like Randy and build it up into a green man mask and then hide it in the garden. And then I do one like that for him of me. And that way, if we ever have to miss each other, we can go out there and like boop each other's snoots or something. And then, I don't know, do that every decade as we age. Oh goodness, Rainbow says we can all have a Randy in our bushes. Oh jeez. Do what? No, you should always assume there's a Randy in the bushes. Delete. Delete message. No, I love it. You're fantastic. Ooh, Steffi Joe says, I've seen a bunch of masks on a vertical hanger to put on the wall. Okay. Did he squeal? I was lost in my own world. Oh no, you're fine. Oh. I mean, it didn't occur to me to sell them. Huh?
So what?
The little Randy in your bushes masks? Like, which we cannot call them that. Oh, have mercy. But you have to call them that. The Randy in your bushes mask. Oh, you mean a green man face? No, Randy in the bushes. We'll call it the Randy Squatch or the Sasquatch for short. Yeah. So there we are with all that carving. I like how you can kind of see that edge on it. And now I'm going to go ahead and clean up this work surface just a smidge. I'm not using hole punches for a little bit so we can put them back up where they go. I'm all done with this beveler so it can go back in its drawer. The magic happens in tidying up as we go, allegedly. Where'd my can? Woo! Anyone live north of Houston? Spring to Conroe? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, sometimes you just gotta sniff your can. My can? No, my coffee can. Brought to you by Folgers. It's can sniffing good. Do what? They're not sponsored, but we could be. That edge is gonna be so awesome, right? Okay, so now we gotta shave it. And so we're gonna use our skiver. And this is why I love starting with a super thick mask, you guys, or a super thick leather, is because it actually gives us material to remove to make, like, it's going to have so much dimension and it just feels cool. It feels so much cooler in the hand and on the face than it does whenever it's a very thin leather. And so I just want to get that, shove it on down, petting it, which I should, and then I'm just going to come in here and you can see we're just going to pull down. I'm coming from about 2 inches back. I don't want to be cutting too deep, but if we do, it's fine. It's a leaf. 10 minutes? No pressure. We'll be working on this again in tomorrow's live stream. Spoilers. Well, I mean, that way if people are like, I'm tired of this, they don't have to tune in tomorrow. Like, just the forecast. Oh, I probably should have done this. I don't know if it would have been better. And this is something I'm very interested in knowing what y'all think, because I needed to do some cutting and some tooling on this. And I think it may have been better for me to do the tooling first. But I can't stop now. I'm only a third of the way in. I could probably use a fresher blade on this knife. Just because I'm going to have to go through and like retrim a lot of these tips to get them to be nice and crispy. There we go. And you can see this is really thinning down from the thickness that we started this leather on, which was this thick. Look at how much we've shaved that tip down. So that's pretty cool to me that we get to do that. Bye, Yvette. Have a good dinner. We love you. Bye-bye. And we can always come through and trim it up again. I mean, it's getting all messy. That's fine. Woof. There we go. But yeah, anywhere that it's kind of pithy, I'm just trying to shave it off, but I may end up just needing to burnish it down. And this may, I don't know if this seems like unnecessary work to any of y'all, but it's something that I think the magic happens in the details. And every layer of effort and artistry that we put into this, we're going to get just really amazing details, because whenever we're wearing this now, this top edge, it's going to give the illusion when we've had it twisted, when we do the wet forming part of this, it's going to make all of our edges look so like, it's going to give the illusion like the entire mask is paper thin, thin as a leaf, is the goal, as opposed to having that like blunt edge, which is not a bad thing. It's just not stylistically what I'm going for. Hence the shaving of our leaf. So okay, and now we're gonna go like, so this is essentially very similar to what we were doing with the craft knife. Now the only thing here is I want to make sure that our eyes are, I want it sitting on the eyes, I want it sitting on the face evenly. But it's the same thing we were doing with the craft knife, but it's in a little bit of a jig to kind of like try to hold it. And that's, you can kind of tell in that like shaved different color tone to be able to tell, to make it even. Whew. So now that you've got a shaved leaf, oh, well, the tooling's going to happen on the front side. So the front still just looks like this, whereas the back is all kinds of shaved. It looks like we sheared a sheep with a very low skill. Ooh, Kitty says, do you always start and end around the same time? I haven't picked up on that. Our Friday live streams, I haven't picked up on it either. Our Friday live streams are typically always from 4 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And our Saturday, Sunday, and Monday live streams will typically always fall somewhere between noon and 6 p.m. That's why we started this other channel, the Craft Along with Vaughn, is because I didn't really know. I don't know. We're doing an experiment, and this is still in the second week of it, but it's a 6-month experiment to see if dual streaming onto the Craft Along with Vaughn and on Kick without the pressure of trying to keep the algorithm happy on our main channel, I can experiment and like I can test things on these streams and in these channels that we can then take, find what works for me, find what works with y'all, and then take that to the main channel. But it's, we're hoping that it'll work out that way. And if not, we will course correct. But in the meantime, I'm super digging it too. And my hope is if in 6 months we might be able to take what we're doing here with these Craft Along with Vaughn like live streams and bring them back into the fold of the Back to Earth creations. But 6 months is basically a lifetime from now. So much can change in half a year. So I'm just being here today. So let me go ahead and finish up with some last touches of trimming, because you can see there were some areas that I was just having a hard time getting into. And so we're going to come in here on the back side with our craft knife and carve and shave away any of those unruly bits that we weren't able to get well with the skiver. and this is how we're going to get, this is where I think most leather workers would agree the difference between a $50 mask and like a $250 mask. Not just in this one layer of details, but if there's adequate and then there's the extra effort, if you do that extra effort of like really fine tuning it at each stage, whenever you get to the end result, everything's going to feel like it's seamlessly coming together because you've been so meticulous every step of the way. Now that's a treacherous line to tread because we're so close to falling into the perfectionism of hating what we're doing potentially. And so it's not meticulous in being perfect, it's just giving ourselves to the project and just doing each detail up to where, it's like, yes, it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be the best that it can be. Because in this age of 3D printers and all this stuff, it's like, if I wanted something perfect, I would have an AI 3D render me something, make some tweaks to it, take it to a 3D printer, have them print it, and make it geometrically and to the pixel perfect. All of this crafting is about really just having a kind of human experience of making my smooth soup brain happy that I'm using tools and that I'm being creative and I feel like I'm expressing myself and exploring my own potential. So as we carve away and hammer and tool and shape our artwork, so too I think do we hammer and shape and fine tune and hone ourselves. And it can be really satisfying to give yourself to a project and just bring it to completion. And it does not even have to be good. Like it can look like a third grader was phoning it in. Like these, it doesn't have to be exhibit quality or your best work or anything. It doesn't have to be anything other than what it is. And then if it's still a bit fuzzy on your leaf tips, y'all, that's okay because we're taking care of that in a future step. We're going to be doing what's called edge burnishing, and it's going to make everything look so good and be so tidy and nice. So do not even sweat it if your leaf is a little hairy. These things happen. Mm-hmm. Okay. And this is another reason why I like starting my stream a little early, honey, is now I can stream until 6 if I want. Is that okay? Okay. I'd like to get this mask up to where it's ready to be tooled or swivel knifed, tooled, and wet molded tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Like I'd like to get it to where tomorrow that's all I have to do. So I'm finding myself wondering now if it would have been better for me to just do the craft knife from the get-go. But the Skyver does a really good job. The craft knife is very, very good for the edges, I think, based off of this project. Like I speak like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. I'm just having thoughts about what it is that I'm doing right now. And the Skyver was able to get deeper into the leaf to remove even more of the weight and the girth of the thickness of the leather. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm like this. Sarah says, I had someone at a craft show point to my stuff and ask me where it was made. I just pointed to myself and said, here. Oh, I love that. Good night, Julia. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. So specifically the things I'm looking for is like here, where this leaf tip is thicker than I wanted it to be. Because sometimes I'll catch myself and I'm like, what am I even, I'm like kind of hyper fixating on like one spot, and I need to refocus on what my goal for this stage of the piece was. And one half of the leaf always feels easier than the other. There we go. That's nice. Just cleaning up right through there. There we go. And anything past here is just gonna be good enough. So I have a question for anyone else who's worked leather. Should I case the leather tomorrow? Which is, for me, that's where I fill up the sink with like lukewarm water, and then well, not fill it up, but get a couple of inches of water in there, and then hold the mask under until the bubbles stop. And then I kind of let it start to return to not room temperature, but to like it'll kind of dry out a little bit. I don't want it to be like sopping wet. Should I do that tomorrow, or should I do that tonight and put it in like a plastic bag, like in the fridge, to really let all those fibers get very, very supple and ready to receive their tooling? You drown it. You do. You do. Well, but it's because if we do that tonight, then we could do that together. Oh, and it hisses and like screams and stuff too. It really, because it's the sound of the water, like the air coming out of the Oh, right on. I'm just taking it all in and enjoying watching and listening. Right on. Because this is a very thick leather. Okay, we're gonna go case it, and then I'll keep it in a bag in the fridge overnight. Let me go prepare the sink. And so to prepare this sink, I always try to make sure that I've got it just like scrubbed out. You know, unfortunately, I don't have a separate sink for every project, so we do all of our regular kitchen stuff in our sink, as well as our tie-dye and our leather and our tab washing and all the different things. So getting that scrubbed out, I got the water coming up to temperature. Oh, what a thirsty plant. Look at you. Splash some water into the plants while it's still cold enough that they won't mind it. I'm going to use both hands to water this one. There we go. All right. And so now I've got that filling up. And I'm just going to take the whole tripod into the kitchen. Okay, here we go. Ow. Hey, baby. We're gonna drown the mask together. He just thumbs up and walks off. Yeah, I have to show you. We brought some of the porch plants in from outside, so that's the corner by the kitchen right now. Let's not drop the phone into the water. Okay, that's plenty. And so now I'm going to take the microphone off and hold it close so that okay, this one's not doing it so much. We can see all those bubbles coming around. Are you? But yeah, this one wasn't a screamer. Some of them will hiss and make like a really high pitch of like the pressurized water leaving. Yeah, you can just see the water bubbles coming up. Now we don't need to leave this in here, but you can see it drink that water in. And especially we're going to shake some off. And so I'm just going to put this in like an empty Walmart bag. And, a clean one, of course. But yeah, as quick as that, in this way, this will really let it wet mold to our faces whenever we get it out of the fridge tomorrow. But yeah, just I mean, look at that. Lump. So it'll make the moisture homogeneous. I don't know if that's the right term, but it'll be even all the way through. We want to let that balance out. And this will actually be the very first time that I have ever properly cased my leather. So, whoop. I've got stuck on the dog bowl. There we go. Alrighty, guys. Well, I think that Randy's outside putting my chickens to bed for me because he's a sweetie. He is such a sweetie. Hey, Triquetra, how's it going? And so I can barely see the lines that we had traced on. And so I may end up just freehanding. Let's see, is it any easier to carve this? Oh, thank you, honey. I really appreciate you doing that. I'm going to cut this one part and then I'm ready to stop stream. Yeah, I think I prefer cutting it dry just because it doesn't stretch so easily. So that might be something to keep in mind. But yeah, this is going to go in a bag, into the fridge, kept humid overnight, so that the moisture can permeate all the way through. It's proper casing. So here we go. Bumping into every darn thing. Oh, just every time. Well, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I've had a blast. I don't think we're going to be rating anybody on Kick just because we don't really have that set up to where it's easy right now. But yeah, I'm going to go. So if you want to see how this comes out, come check it out tomorrow. And because this is, you got to trust the process. This is not the worst leaf mask I've ever seen either. We could just punch some holes there on the side and just put it on just like flat. Like this would be perfectly acceptable for a theatrical production. Because the farther away that people are going to be seeing you, you don't need to like, well, for like stage, you could just do some dramatic painting on it. You don't really need to do all the fine details that we're about to do tomorrow. But for the fine details, tune back in tomorrow. We will see y'all there. And until then, happy crafting. Mwah.